Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of College Hockey Talk. On today's podcast, I'm joined by Omaha Sophomore, Jack Randl. Welcome to the podcast, Jack, and how's everything going?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Things are going pretty good.
Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. And I want to start off this podcast by talking about the series you had yesterday against Colorado College. Talk about that series and what did you take away from it, especially having it on the road for the first time?
Yeah, it was good to get the team back playing again. Obviously, had a couple postponed weekends, and then we had break right before that. So it's good to get the team back playing again. Two huge wins, obviously. This conference is so tight, so it's, not every night is a given. So you got to really bring it every night. So, yeah, it was good to get two wins.
Now, something else that happened this year was you played multiple games in the pod at Omaha. What was your pod experience like?
Yeah, that was really fun for sure. It was cool to have all the teams in one area playing, and we were all just happy and grateful to be playing games again. Obviously, it had been so long, so we were just really happy to be playing again. And, yeah, that was a really, really cool experience for sure.
What was your game day routine like in the pod compared to other seasons you've played in?
Yeah, it was a little different having some noon games or some 3:30 or 4 o'clock games. Usually playing at 7 around there. So yeah, that was a little different. Kind of waking up a little earlier and getting moving earlier with those earlier games. But other than that, just tried to do the same things.
Now, how would you evaluate your team's performance in the pod?
I thought we played pretty well. We got a good group this year, and I think we showed that in the pod with some big wins, and we're good teams. Obviously, everyone in the conference is good, so yeah, we felt good coming out of the pod, and we're looking to keep that going here in the second half.
Now, what's it like to play in the NCHC versus the Big Ten when you're with Michigan?
Pretty similar, I'd say. I'd say the NCHC is a little tighter defensively, maybe. But, they're both obviously really good conferences with really good teams. Anyone could win on any given night in both leagues. So I'd say they're pretty similar, but I'd say the NCHC is maybe just a little bit more competitive, but both really good leagues.
Now, what has been the biggest improvement you've made to your game since last year?
I think just trying to be most consistent and knowing how I need to play every night. I feel like I've been really able to dive deep into my game and figure out when I'm going and when I'm playing well and what works best for me, and really kind of take that to the next level in my game, and where I'm playing at that consistent level every night.
Now, what's it been like to play this year without any fans, and has that been an adjustment for yourself?
Yeah, it was weird for sure in the pod there without any fans, especially after a goal or a big hit or something. Usually, the crowd will erupt, but it was just definitely weird. But I think, after a couple games, you kind of just got used to it. Yeah, hopefully we can get a lot of fans back soon.
Now, how do you try to bring some of the energy on the ice without any crowd noise off the ice?
Yeah, I think it's just got to come from within the team. We just got to, bring that energy, each guy, and just kind of do the little things on the bench and talk to each other and be loud on the bench and just have that positive attitude and just keep rolling with the guys that you got there.
Now, you've also had to adjust to many schedule changes throughout the season. How have you mentally stayed prepared for all those changes and postponements that have happened to your schedule? And what has been the key to maintaining flexibility for this season?
Yeah, I think it's been challenging for sure. You're looking forward to a weekend, and then a couple of days before, a week before, whatever, they get postponed. But you just got to look on the bright side of everything. We've still been able to get in quite a bit of games so far, and it's looking good for setting up the rest of the year. So you just gotta look at the bright side and keep focused on what's to come. And if you're just practicing for a couple of weeks, then you just got to focus on those practices and know that the games are coming eventually.
Now, 3-on-3 overtime has also been introduced to college hockey this year. What has that been like for yourself, being an offensive player and having more space on the ice and having more offensive opportunities to score goals?
Yeah, I think 3-on-3 has been great. Obviously, the NHL has adapted a couple of years ago, and now fully here in college. So I think it's been really good to shorten games and to create that offense that the fans and everyone is looking for in overtime to create some exciting plays. So yeah, it's been those are 3-on-3s are always fun with more room out there and just try and use your speed and use each other and look for some chances.
Yeah, and talking to other college hockey players throughout the country, they said 3-on-3 overtime makes them more defensively sound because if they make one little mistake, it can cause an odd man rush. Have you noticed that during your experience?
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely nowhere to hide out there on 3-on-3. You got to be sharp every second out there. Like you said, one move that they make and there's no one else to cover for you. So yeah, you really got to be sharp and on your guy and be good defensively while you're out there.
Now, what's it like to play under Coach Gabinet?
Coach Gibbs is great. He's awesome. He's been I know he recruited me hard here, and he really thought that I'd be a great fit for this team, and he was right. I love being here, and I love playing for him. He's so smart with everything that he does, and puts so much time into what he does, and he really cares about all of us individually, and really wants the best for us. And yeah, he's great. He's been awesome.
Now, what are some of your goals and expectations for the rest of the year?
I think we're just looking to keep rolling and keep focusing on that next game and that next shift, and looking to just continue to grow every day of practice and every game. And at the end of the year, we want to be in that national tournament and we want to compete for a national title. So that's kind of what we're looking to do here, and I think we all believe that we can get it done.
Now, I want to start off talking about the beginning of your hockey career. You're from Carpentersville, Illinois. Talk about growing up there and how did you start playing hockey?
Yeah, so my dad got me introduced to hockey. He played when he was younger, and he played when he played in college too, but just for club. But yeah, he got me into it, and yeah, the Chicago area is a great hockey area to be in. So many good players come out of there, and it's really competitive. And we were in a great league playing against the Detroit teams all the time when I played for the Mission. So, and they have great hockey there too. So it was just always great competition.
Now, who was your favorite player growing up, and do you try to model your game after their game?
Um, I would say younger. I was always like Kane, being from Chicago, Patrick Kane. I mean, obviously, I don't think I really play like him. He's obviously a lot more skilled in that sense. But I just liked what he could always do. He was, so offensive and skilled and just so smart with the puck. But I guess one player I would try and be like is, if I had to pick, was like Taves kind of. I know I play wing mostly, but just how he played 200 feet and just being a great leader and always doing the little things right. So I always liked watching those two mostly.
Now, before Omaha, you played for the Chicago Mission, like you were just mentioning. Talk about your experience there and how did you get the opportunity to play with that organization?
Yeah, it's a great organization to be in. All the best players in the Chicago area play for the Mission. Usually they got great coaches and everything. So yeah, I was really fortunate to be able to play for them. Had great coaches growing up, and we always played against some of the great teams in the country. So we always had great competition, and yeah.
Now, you then went on to play in the USHL for the Omaha Lancers. Talk about playing with that team.
Yeah, I really enjoyed my time here in Omaha with the Lancers. Ended up playing 3 years there, and had really good coaches as well. And I think that even playing as a young player, that at my 16 year really helped me grow my game. And yeah, I loved playing here. And obviously Omaha has a great hockey fan base, and Ralston Arena is great place to play. And yeah, I really liked it here.
Now, how did your experience in the USHL help prepare you for college hockey?
Yeah, I think like I kind of mentioned, being a younger kid when I came in, playing against older guys, really helped me mature my game and myself as a person. Being around older guys in locker room too, I think that really helped. And it's such a great league, and it's a tough league to play in and tough to produce. It's really tight checking league with great defensemen, all across the board. So I think it just really taught me to work on those little details of the game because there's a lot of games, especially in that Western Conference, that are going to be tight checking and low scoring. So it just you got to be ready every shift.
Now, you originally committed to the University of Michigan. Talk about your recruiting process for that team and why did you choose to go to that school originally?
Yeah, so I committed when I was playing for the Mission. Committed to go to Michigan. I think, yeah, I really liked what they had to say and thought it was going to be a good fit for me at the time. But it just obviously didn't work out. I think I probably committed when I was a little too young, just kind of rushed into it. But I just kind of thought it was the right place to go. But it happened. So, but I'm really glad I ended up here in Omaha.
Yeah, and how was your time with the Wolverines, even though you played only 22 games?
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it there. All my teammates were great. It's not really as a hockey school as Omaha is, having the football and basketball there, but hockey was still pretty big there. Playing in Yost was a lot of fun. Still got a lot of fans. So yeah, I did enjoy my time there.
Now, what made you want to leave college hockey for a year and go back to Omaha in the USHL?
I just wanted to go back and get a lot more playing time under my belt, a lot more games, and yeah, just kind of work on my game more. Just get that confidence back and start playing a lot more. Just didn't want to rush into picking a school also. So I just kind of wanted to go back and not have to worry about it and just get to playing games again.
Yeah, and what talk about your recruiting process to Omaha and why did you choose to go there? Because I know they developed many great NHL players, including Jake Gensel.
Yeah, so pretty much about a week after I left Michigan, I got a call from Coach Cabinet, and he saw me in the transfer portal, and he wanted me to come here right away. And obviously, I didn't commit right away, but I went through that process, and I just built that great relationship with him, and I just felt like that I belonged here and that I would do some great things here. So yeah, he just really convinced me that this was the place to be, and I've loved every second of it so far.
Yeah, talk more about your experience with UNO so far. How has that been like, especially since it's kind of a crazy year with COVID going around and just no fans and all the new changes that have been made to college hockey so far?
Yeah, it is. It's been different for sure. Getting a little bit of a different college experience, but we're making the most of it here. The guys here are awesome. Right when I got here, I just fit in with them right away, and I just felt like I really belonged, and they made that possible. And yeah, it's been really fun. It's great to go to the rink every day and be around those guys, and I'm getting really close with them. We all are a really close team, so yeah, we're gelling well, and it's just a pleasure to be on this team and be able to work with these guys every day.
Now, what's some of the similarities and differences you've noticed being a transfer student going into a new team for the first time versus being a freshman?
Yeah, I think that I played a year of college hockey, so I know what to expect a little bit. Going in as a freshman at Michigan, I wasn't really sure what to expect, how it was going to be. So I kind of had that out of the way. I didn't really know what college life was like, or classes, or games, or anything. So I knew what to expect there a little bit. Obviously, it's different for every school and conference, but I knew what to expect a little bit. So yeah, that was kind of nice to have that familiarity a little bit.
Now, how did the guys help your transition into college hockey at Omaha so far this year?
Yeah, the guys are great. They reached out, right when I got here. They said, just kind of whatever you need. If you need anything, reach out, and they just welcomed me, and were really great. And I think they appreciate what I bring to the table, and I appreciate what everyone on the team brings to the table as well. And yeah, they just were really friendly and outgoing, and really welcomed me into the team for sure.
Now, speaking of your teammates, you get to play with Isaiah Seville, who's been a great goaltender for the NCHC in his college hockey career. What's it like to play with him, and what is he like as a teammate, both on and off the ice?
Yeah, Isaiah's been great. Obviously he had a really good season as a freshman last year, and he's just getting better. He's even better this year, and he's just continuing to get better. Yeah, it's awesome to play in front of him. You're going to get his best every night. And yeah, off the ice, he's a great guy too. He's fun to be around, and he gets along with everybody. So yeah, he's been really great to get to know here and to play in front of every night.
Now, how have the freshmen looked like in your eyes, and how have you helped their transition into college hockey?
Yeah, the freshmen have been great. They've been really great for us this year. They're a bunch of great players that work really hard, and that's what we want to be here, a hardworking team. And they all are extremely hardworking. And yeah, I live with a couple of the freshmen here at the dorms here. So yeah, I've been just trying to ease them into college life and answer any questions that they had before coming here. So yeah, it's been really great to gel with those guys, and I think they've made a big impact on our team already.
And how have you balanced both academics and hockey this year, especially with many things online?
Yeah, it's been different for sure. Having class online when I was at Michigan, all my classes were in person. So that was pretty different coming here and having all my classes online. It has its pros and cons, but you still gotta yeah, try and balance that with hockey, and you just gotta manage your time well, and just make sure you're putting work in academics as well as time at the rink.
Now, transitioning into the non-hockey segment of the podcast, my first question is, what music do you like to listen to before a game or just in general?
Before a game, I like to listen to rock, get those going, and even in general, I like rock, and I like rap and some country as well.
Now, what TV show is your favorite, and what did you binge watch over quarantine this spring?
Uh, yeah, I like a lot of shows. I'd say my favorite one's Hawaii Five O. Used to always watch that when it was on. It's one of my favorites to always go back and watch too. During quarantine, let's see, what did I watch? Um, I watched Stranger Things over quarantine. That one I hadn't seen yet, so I binge watched that one quite a bit, and I enjoyed that one as well.
Now, speaking of your teammates, who is the funniest on the team?
Uh, I'd say Joey Abate probably. He's a character, and he's always getting the boys laughing. So yeah, he's pretty funny.
Now, who has the best style on the team besides yourself?
I don't think I had the best style at all. I I think Bruchette would want me to say Bruchette. So I think I'd say he's got some pretty good style. Or Ward, he likes his style too. So yeah.
Now, back to some hockey questions. My first one is, what advice would you give a younger player trying to pursue a Division I college hockey scholarship?
Yeah, I would just say to put in the work. Good things come to those who work, and it's a grind working, but it's so you just gotta enjoy it and love every second of it. Put in that work, and you just gotta set your mind to it, and you can achieve it if you put your mind to it. So yeah, just put in that work but have fun doing it, and yeah.
Now, everyone's off season was pretty crazy this year. What did you do during the off season to prepare for the upcoming season with so many gyms being closed and having less ice time?
Yeah, it was a bit of a challenge right away. Obviously, yeah, I couldn't go to the rink or the gym, but our strength coach here, Heavy Lou, he sent us some in-home workouts to do every day. So I was doing those, and those were great to stay in somewhat shape, as much as you can with doing body weight stuff at home. But yeah, doing those, and then gyms never really opened back up in Chicago in the summer, but the rinks started to open up at the end. So I was able to skate a little bit before I got here, so that helped a bit.
Now, what should I do better as an interviewer to improve and make this podcast better?
Oh, I don't know. I think you did a great job. It was great. All the questions were good, and I think you did a great job.
Well, I appreciate the kind words, Jack. Now, do you have any message to all the Omaha fans who are listening to this podcast right now?
Yeah, I just want to say, thanks for your continued support through this weird time. I know you guys really wish, we were going to have some fans at our games coming up here. But I know some of you probably won't make it. So, thinking about you and that continued support. But yeah, we're looking for those that are coming. We're looking forward to having you guys there. And yeah, just thanks for all the support.
Well, do you have any shout outs you'd like to give to any of your fans, family members, or any of your teammates?
Uh, just want to say hey to all my teammates. You guys are the best. The boys are the best. Yeah, hey to all my mom and dad and my siblings back home.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast, Jack. I really appreciate it. Stay safe, take care, and have good luck for the rest of your season.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
No problem. Take care.